Okay, let me try something, folks. Back to the rhyme. Now's the time. Back to the rhyme. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhyme. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. I don't know. Hello, hello, hello. I got this. Anyway, I got this. Thank you, Brian. I just got a mic. I hope it's working. It was a sound check. So, how are we doing? Can everybody hear me? Let me put in this other microphone. And I know it works, however good it works. So, I'm gonna try this. And the intro is, and I'm gonna record it as talking to Lewis. What's up, Lewis? Uh, it's just simple. Back to the rhyme. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhyme. Back to the rhyme. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhyme. Back to the rhyme. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhyme. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhyme. So that's the intro. I'm gonna work on that. Try to get that. That will be included in number 4, but I'll come back to that. So number 1, School Us album sales. By the way, this is Good Ear Productions, live and direct from Seattle, Washington. We might be moving back to Lake Forest Park. I don't know. For now we're in Seattle. Thank you, Matt, Nate. Thank you. Purchase an album. Hope you enjoy it. They said they'll let me know. So that's good looking out. My Reformation music videos on hold. You will be glorified on hold. So YouTube channel. So again, I talked to Lewis, and he took him 3 weeks. He recorded his first little. It was his first recording basically. And I want to congratulate you. Thank you. Good job, because that's a huge accomplishment. For me personally, that's the closest I am to someone who's putting time into learning to record. Jeff, why aren't you putting time? Well, he's way more tech savvy than me for starters. So if it took him 3 weeks, it might have taken me 3 months plus just to do one little thing. Even though it'd probably be worth it. Maybe he could teach me. I don't know, but it's a big deal. So, and he did kind of a love song, and I was like, who cares about? I mean, not who cares, but the main thing is that he's able to record and mess with it. So I think it's Ableton. I don't know if that's right, but so, and I just mentioned having that for the intro for this YouTube channel, having a little music to go with it, and then that'll be a huge improvement. I really hope that microphone works, because I'm hoping. I mean, it's being used for the video work at our job, and it must be good enough to play for, in essence, corporate or a workplace video, that microphone. So if it's good enough for that, I'm hoping it's good enough for this. It's got to be better than what I have. So thank you again. Rules of engagement. Still haven't been able to watch the video. Hopefully, I'll come back. So it hasn't come up yet. Bellevue Ballers, working on that more than anything else I do. So him and the parents. So I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. I'm hearing from Dale that Eric and him didn't get together. It's kind of a, what shape is that? Triangle, kind of a triangle happening where I don't know who all is doing what, but I'm hoping we can all get on the same page. There's another layer involved that's to do with insurance. So I'm trying to separate those. So we're just insurance is insurance, and number seven's number seven. Trump's gonna thump. So yeah. So again, thank you to Lewis. He's willing to help me. He's familiar with the Macintosh, Apple computer. Um, it's just a matter of getting over to my mom's. But now I'm going to see Dale tomorrow. That's in the book, 7 o'clock. So I'm just gonna. I think it'll just be simple. We need to bring my computer there, get it on there, get it uploaded, whatever we got to do. So it's in the computer, you know, direct shot. And I can finally watch this video. Complete songs I made lyrics for on YouTube. And again, starting with the intro with Lewis to the degree he wants to do it. I mean, his projects are, of course, going to come first, but in 3 weeks just to do a little thing, my goodness. But he's going through the learning curve. So that's where that's at. I will now relocate this downstairs in my man closet. I haven't been here for a while. But it's where I am today. The lighting's really bad, I guess, on these pixels and whatnot. Okay. Before I continue, the only thing I was going to say, so we've had two big events here recently, and one's carved out the other, but they both have, in my mind, one thing in common. There's the possibility that both of them are almost entirely fabricated. Now, I think there is a virus, I think, and I think the fellow did die by a police officer. But what's uncertain is how, how representative is it to reality? Now, with this virus, we've shut down the whole economy. The whole economy shut down for it. And they're starting to get things going again. But man, I'm thankful. My job hasn't really changed a ton. My hours haven't changed. But so many people have. And so going back, it seems, from my perspective, to be an overreaction. An unnecessary overreaction. All along, I thought if you're healthy and willing, consenting adults should be able to do. This is where it gets tricky. People want universal health care. So if you have universal health care and everyone pays for your health, then you're accountable to everyone, your actions. That's why it's a bad idea. People should be accountable to themselves so they can live with their choices. You don't sit here and pay for everyone else's health care. I don't want to pay for other people's choices. I want to pay for my own choices. Isn't that what everyone is? Aren't people supposed to be pro-choice and this and that? Well, it's so funny. It's the only area of liberty that people who are, by and large, for command and control seem to be in favor of. That's the only liberty they really want when it comes to killing the child in the womb. Everywhere else, they want to have a say in other people's lives. So that's how I see that. If I decide, because for those who feel they need to wear a mask, the easy solution is to wear a mask. If someone feels they don't want to wear a mask, then you don't wear a mask. Those wearing the mask are protected in theory, and those who are not wearing the mask are unprotected. And both are making choices for themselves. Well, what about the other? Yeah, exactly. It's so simple to me. I mean, Why would you require a mask if everyone who thinks they need it wears it? Aren't we good? Isn't that it? So that to me is an overreaction. And now we have this death. Thinking back, I think, when I was younger, they had Rodney King, those guys, those officers, very obviously. And maybe, people could say this happens all the time, just finally got videotaped. Fair enough. Now I think the officers have body cameras. I mean, how, I just don't think, okay, so this guy got recorded doing this, and all these other incidences aren't being recorded? Or what's happening? Because aren't all the actions being recorded now? There should be many, many of these recordings then, because I think everything's being recorded. Or did something go wrong and this one got recorded? So that's why I think unless we see many, many, many recordings, which we hear this is happening all the time, there should be many, many, many recordings of it. You don't disband police departments, or defund them. I just laugh. I was delivering packages and someone had a sign because they went to one of these exciting rallies to defund SPD. And I say, unlock your door. Unlock it. Keep it unlocked. Leave everything available for all of us to take. Because that's what you're saying. If you don't want any police, give it all away, because you don't get to keep a thing. It's all given away. There is no protection for you. The minute something happens to you, you have no recourse. That's what you're requesting. That's craziness, man. So again, I think that's an overreaction. You see, if this was so obvious that this stuff is, and I've heard it, I give them credit because that's what I listen to mostly. I haven't had much time to go on the computer and hear anybody else. I just hear the radio. These folks, okay, college campuses are where these ideas are created and hatched. They're funded by people who like control, clearly, disruption and chaos, because they can swoop in and grab more and more power, right? It's not hard. The more disruption and chaos, the more power can be concentrated. I think these guys think it's going to be dispersed, like it's redistributed. It's quite the opposite. It's concentrated. They think it's being redistributed, and it's actually being concentrated. So back to the rhymes. And I had this song called Life versus Livelihood. And I've just been working on, I thought I was going to say something at the beginning, and I don't remember what it was. The virus controlling us, quite a fuss. We eating dust. I mean, that's how I feel. Like, a lot of people are okay being controlled. A lot of people are very intimidated. I begin this whole thing by saying, people have to be prepared for it never to end. Does somebody think that, what is this, the beginning of June? Does somebody think in June 2021 they will be able to walk outside, not see people wearing masks, or go to a grocery store and not see people? We've gone past the point of no return, for one. And two, I think there's people who will never give up the masks. They'll wear a mask the rest of their life. They've never worn a mask their whole life, and now they're going to wear a mask the rest of their life. That's sad. It's its own prison. I'm not going to do it. I've tried it, but for my own health reasons. To this day, my neck's stiffer. I hasn't loosened up. Maybe it's psychological, but I got enough things to deal with for my health. I can't add stuff to it. So that's where me personally, I can't go there. I have to not wear them. See, okay, you can't shop here without a mask. Okay, good. I'm not shopping there. That's easy. But how about your job? Okay, we're gonna figure that out. It hasn't come to that. I'm thankful. One guy said you got to put a mask on, and then anyway. I observed too. I observed a lot of people. A lot of people, I know a lot of people don't like wearing them. It's so obvious, and you'll see them. They take it off when they can have time to take it off. It's so no one. I mean, they could have a. Where's the Gallup poll of how many people want to wear this thing? All right, my first livelihood. Bye bye, Russ controlling us. Quite a fuss. Now we eating dust. Uh, yeah, so people have given up their livelihood. Some people are fighting for it. It's like I said, it's coming back slowly, but I don't put any faith in it that it won't. Like they're talking about another round. Okay, let me also say the mayor of Seattle at a press conference with the police chief of Seattle, soon to be defunded. I'm sure the police chief of Seattle soon to stop taking a salary. Soon to stop. Okay, sitting side by side. I mean, you could reach out and touch one another's forehead with no mask. This is the liberal Seattle, the leadership. What is everyone doing this stuff for? If the mayor of the city is going to sit there and not wear the mask and not practice social distancing, what's everyone else doing it for? That's stupid. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna, I'm with them. I agree. They should do that. And I'm going to keep not doing it. All right. So let's wrap. Here we go. What's it going to be like? Now we eating dust. All right, I'll just start out like this. Must. Life be so utterly bleak. What'd you say? Couldn't hear you speak. What's that about? Anyone know what I'm saying? Put my numbers down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Must life be so utterly bleak? What'd you say? Couldn't hear you speak. Why couldn't you hear him speak? Because they had a mask on, can't understand him. Must life be so utterly bleak? What'd you say? Couldn't hear you speak. I had someone say she didn't know what day of the week it is. It's just one day, it's the same after the other. People losing track of the days of the week. People losing track of the days of the week. One day becomes another, becomes another. And One day becomes another and another. One day becomes another, and another becomes a week. Let me do this. I'm going to go middle of the next rhyme. So I'm going to do 4. This will just be the pattern, okay? Rhyme 4. Begin. I'm going to say it like this. We up a creek, and then start the next rhyme and do 4. How's that? You want to do that? I do. We up a creek. We up a creek. Which is where we, which is their desire for us. What do you think? Will it be easy to rhyme with us? I think so. Like school us. We up a creek, which is their desire for us. It'd be easier to do another one like that, but I won't. We up a creek, which is their desire for us. Getting played. Oh god, back to the rhymes with the hook. Well, I already went forward. Man, we up a creek, which is how about this? We're up a creek, and that's the desired effect. That's the desired effect. We're getting played. Getting played, thinking it'll be over all over in a sec. All over in a sec. In one of the songs, I said seconds turn to minutes have quite a pair. I'm not saying it here or there. I said it there, but I'm not saying it here. Thinking it, it'll all be over. By the way, my writing. This is my writing. But yeah, I see you, bro. I see you in the yard, working on it. Okay, there it is. Getting played, think it'll all be over in a sec. All the while, yo, yes, want to be in this video? 5 more minutes, I'm done. I had a guest, a secret guest. All the while, our finances are a complete wreck. Just so a few won't just so just so just for the let me try this again. Just to protect a few we could potentially infect. Okay, so now if I said one day becomes another, another becomes a week, we up a creek. So potentially infect. So I'm going to go to this net line 9 and say we can potentially infect. So for a relative spec, we upended all we've ever known. In mere moments went from tranquility to a battle zone. I hope these work out. I'm getting pretty long-winded here. I'll have to try it. We're almost out of time. Let me stop. The virus controlling us, quite a fuss. Now we eating dust. Must life be so utterly bleak? What'd you say? Couldn't hear you speak. People losing track of the days of the week. One day becomes another, and another becomes a week. We up a creek, and that's the desired effect. We getting played, thinking it'll all be over in a sec. All the while, our finances are a complete wreck. Just to protect a few we could potentially infect. So for a relative spec, we've upended all we've ever known. And in mere moments went from tranquility to a battle zone. That's a pretty good place to stop. But I think we're on that's the next song, but that's what, it's funny. Like I said, we got a whole new topic, but I don't foresee doing that one.